Hey everybody, the championships continue in the Big South, and we've got more on the Big South Network. I'm Mark Bryant, coordinator of new media for the Big South Conference. Very happy to bring you this Big South Network guide as we take you through the streaming week for the Big South Network at BigSouthSports.com. Remind you, if you need to get a hold of me, talk about our many online sites and services and so on. My email address right there, markb@bigsouth.org. Let's jump right into it with the big event of the week, of course, the Women's Basketball Championships. Now, last week we had the Men's Championships with the quarterfinals, and then streaming the post game because ESPN had the games and we couldn't stream those. We can stream the whole thing for you on the Big South Network this time. The games will also be on Sports South for the semifinals and finals, but the only home, the exclusive home for the quarterfinal games, which will be all day Friday, the 12th. That's the Big South Network. And your matchups begin at noon with the 1-8 game, the Gardner-Webb against UNC Asheville game. Following the 1v8, you've got the 4-5 seed game, and that's Charleston Southern in the 4 spot and Coastal Carolina in the 5 spot. That's at 2 o'clock. So that's that half of the bracket, the Gardner-Webb UNCA game, and the CSU-CCU game. That takes care of that upper half of the bracket. The other half, the 5:30 game, is Liberty and Radford. Liberty, the 2 seed, Radford, the 7, and then High Point, the 3 seed, and Winthrop, the 6 seed, at 7:30. So those are the 4 games. Liberty, Radford, High Point, Winthrop, the final 2 for the day. Of course, the winner of the first pair of games and the winner of the second pair of games, they will face off for the semis and games at 1 and 3 on Saturday the 13th, and then the final 2 o'clock Sunday the 14th at 2. And we will have live post-game interviews for you at BigSouthSports.com for all of these games from High Point, everything from High Point University, and that's your lineup for women's basketball. Very excited about that. Hope you tune in, check out all these games we have for you. This is going to be an exciting tournament. Of course, Gardner-Webb, the top seed, Liberty coming in as the 2 seed, and remains to be seen if they'll rematch in the final this year because there's a lot of tight teams there in that 3 through 6, maybe even deeper than that in this tournament. So by all means, check it out. See what's going on in women's basketball in the Big South. Now, of course, this is baseball season. Plenty of Big South baseball, and congrats to Coastal Carolina on the rankings they've achieved, and a lot of national attention. But we've got baseball from Coastal and Winthrop and High Point and others here. Here's the lineup, starting with Thursday's 4 o'clock game, Toledo at Winthrop, and then a trio of games on Friday the 12th. We'll have Toledo-Winthrop with another game in their series at 4, also at 4 for Illinois and Coastal Carolina, and Eastern Kentucky, first game of a 3-game set at High Point. That's at 6 o'clock on Friday. Flipping into the weekend and Saturday, we've got a bunch for you here. Winthrop against the Golden Griffins of Canisius. That's at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock for High Point and the Colonels of Eastern Kentucky again. And then Coastal Carolina actually has a doubleheader for you against the Big Ten with Michigan 2:30 and Illinois about 6 o'clock. So one order, get you both games, Michigan and Illinois. Great twofer there from Coastal Carolina. That's your Saturday lineup. Sunday the 14th, still more for you from High Point and Winthrop with Eastern Kentucky at High Point, 1 o'clock. Also at 1 for Canisius and Winthrop. And you say, that's a lot of baseball. But wait, there's more. We don't have anything for you on Monday, but we do have Tuesday and Wednesday games for you with Harvard at Winthrop. That's right. And 5 o'clock for the Eagles taking on the Ivies there, and the Crimson. And Wednesday, the 17th, Savannah State, the old Highway 17 rivalry, Savannah State and Charleston Southern doing battle. That'll be at 2 o'clock. So all in all, you've got a lot of baseball there, a lot of it over the weekend, but extends right on into next week as well. Softball, we do have some softball this week. Last week we didn't have any for you, but this week we do. And it's all from Winthrop this time, the doubleheader on the 13th. They're facing North Florida and North Carolina A&T. Back-to-back, those will be at 4 and 6. Again, that'll be a doubleheader order for you. North Carolina State, 3 o'clock on Sunday the 14th. So the Wolfpack and the Eagles going at it softball style on Sunday the 14th. And there is one more. You say, what else is there? There is tennis. We've got women's tennis at the front end of the week here on the 11th. That's Davidson College at Winthrop at 3 o'clock. I would remind everybody that all these schedules, particularly the baseball and tennis, can be very much affected by the weather. There may be some weather issues. There may be some need to move games about. So by all means, please pay close attention to BigSouthSports.com and also to your school sites and to our Twitter feed. We'll try to update things as much as we can, but all these times and dates subject to change because of weather situations and other things beyond our control. But this is what we're planning on bringing you on the Big South Network this week, all conditions willing. Remind you, if you have any streaming issues, stream problems with the computer stream, this is where you need to go. Jump TV, our web and streaming hosts. 877-967-3267 is the phone number, or the email is fansupport@jumptv.com. Let them know what your issue is, whether it's technical support, whether it's billing, whatever your problem you might have encountered. Hopefully, everything will be smooth running, but if not, these folks will help you get taken care of and make sure that all is right in the world for you. So that's what we've got from a streaming perspective. Of course, if you want to order these games, if you are not already a subscriber for these things that you want, you can order by the game, by the sport, by the season, by the year. That's your best deal of all. And for the tournament, if you're already a season subscriber, you've got the tournament. If not, we do have women's basketball packages available by the day or full tournament. So you can get all the quarterfinals with one order, both semis with one order, or the finals, or you can just get all that in one fell swoop by ordering the full tournament package. So that's all in there. And if you want to find more information on the Big South, we have lots of ways to do that. Of course, the home for everything, the hub of it all is BigSouthSports.com. But we are also bringing you our Twitter feed, our Facebook fan page, our blog, our YouTube channel, and on it goes. We try to get you everywhere we can, make it convenient for you as possible to follow the Big South Conference. We're so glad you do, and we'll talk to you again about all this next week. Basketball will be behind us, except for the NCAAs and other postseason, but the Big South end of it will largely be done, and we'll be hip deep into baseball and softball and looking toward the spring championships down the road. So looking forward to that. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again real soon.